Do you see it? The single lane backup? I mean, they are sort of using all 3 lanes. Huh. Not really. Well, he is. Let me describe to you why they're not using the left lane. That left lane is dedicated for that first street right over there. Right, see there's a dedication and 2 forward. So the only trucks that will use that lane are the ones that want to make a left-hand turn into that street. But they're not using the right lane very much. See, they're avoiding it. And I think that's because, well, at the end of this 6th lane over here to the right, oh, we're going to look at a fire. Oh yeah, watch this. They're detouring, fire truck shows up, garbage truck, ooh, denied. They don't care. They're going to stretch the hose out. When I first recorded this, I thought they got pinned and then, slowly gave up. I didn't see them pulling out the hose. All I could see is, they're stuck, they're stopped. What are they doing stopped? Well, it doesn't really matter because the fire is dealt with anyways. I didn't see them pulling out the hose. So not even a garbage truck was going to stop the fire truck from getting to the fire. Right? Yeah, cities is not as simplistic as we were told back in 2015. The bashing this game got, my gosh. It's random, it's this, it's that. Traffic needs some getting used to though. I mean, if you just blindly think that a bigger street will just help you, well, it's going to help here. The other area of concern I have is this interchange. Because that single lane traffic, once it gets down to this main street, it mainly stays on the left lane. Well, because the right lane is, there's only 2 lanes going through here. And the right lane is always dedicated. Right? If, in this case, for this avenue. And for the interchange. Right? So if they're not going to leave that way, no one's going to use that right lane. In which I can't see anybody using that right lane anyways. So they're stuck in that one left-hand turn lane. And the reason, you see, I don't understand why they don't have just 2 through. Yeah, it's a dedicated right. There should be, I see, that avenue. So they're pushing everybody to the left lane. Well, they want to be in the left lane anyways, according to that. Either way, if this industry upgrades, like to level 3, like completely, there's going to be more trucks on the road. Because level 3 takes more materials than level 1, and it has a higher export rate than level 1. So if I don't fix this here, it's just going to get worse. So how do we do it? Well, we know that the left lane is dedicated to the first street on the left. So I'm thinking, add 4 lanes on this side. And at least that'll give them 3 lanes to use as they make that turn. Right? Seeing that the far left lane is going to be dedicated to that street. So I'm just trying to figure out, which way do I want to do this? Do I want to use the mod? I think I'm going to upgrade this from mass transit. Look at that. My gosh. See what I mean? It's just going to get worse. So if we give them 4 lanes, then that 1 lane still can be dedicated for the left-hand turn. Because we know where he's going, don't we? He's taking that street. And we'll have 3 lanes to come through. Oh no, he changed out of that lane. So they're trying to use the lane. There we go. Now they're going to be confused for a little while. they're going to check out all the lanes. Like, so initially, all the lanes are going to be used because traffic is going to try to figure out the pros and cons of each lane. Because I think those 3 vehicles, well, now there's an imbalance. There's 4 lanes here and only 3 lanes here, so that's going to happen. And nobody wanted to turn left. So yeah, they were testing those lanes. That blue transport might be taking a left-hand turn. No, he changed out too. Okay, so now that one lane will be dedicated for left-hand turns to that street, and hopefully from now on we have 3 lanes going forward. One lane, once it gets down to that intersection, is going to be dedicated to that street and that street. But still, that should allow at least 2 lanes to be used. See how they're popping out? Is that 4? Oh, because that's a 4 lane. Now the other issue here is that intersection. Traffic going through and trying to do a left-hand turn are both in that one lane. So as attractive as this interchange looks, or is, they could probably have really nice, they left a lot of area to zone. I think if I don't change this, it's going to cause a problem. As a matter of fact, I know changing that really changes that the dynamics back here. Back here, they're not doing too bad. They're starting to use, well, except for that one lane, it is now dedicated for left-hand turns, and everybody else is going through. So it's doing what I wanted it to do. I should almost take that treed 6 lane and do the same thing to it. Now, to make sure that I'm not, or they're not still trying to figure stuff out, this is usually the time where I'll walk, take a look at the city, get other ideas, and look at other areas that could need attention, like that intersection up there, or this interchange. That's a really, really slow spot. I guess you would call that a choke point. Yeah, they need a dedicated left-hand turn lane. Actually, no. See, I'm one of the, yeah, it's only 17,000. We shouldn't really need this. The interchange that I want to put here is one of those that doesn't matter from which direction you're coming from. If you're going onto the highway, you leave the roadway by the right. And then you split into the north or south lanes, and right, and there's a little bit of flyover action going. Traffic coming off the highway, though, would see a light. Traffic going onto the highway would not see a light, which is a really interesting balance and works things out rather well. Well, they look like they're using all the lanes except for the 4th one, which is, of course, again, dedicated to that street, which is fine by me. I just wanted them to use more than just the 1 lane. And they're using 2, possibly 3. Yeah, that is a congestion point right there. That whole thing. Yeah. It looks artsy-fartsy, but I don't think it works as well as it should, or could. But then again, what I'm going to put in there is going to look less artsy-fartsy, but be more functional. Yeah, I don't even want to tell you what that looks like to me. Yeah. But the real reason we were here was to fix that little, just that little tiny bit. Catch those quickly. Oh wow. And you'll have an easier time. Oh, that's something I would do. Dig a hole and then put the pumps in. There's an interesting idea, eh? They're all being powered by that solar too. If you look carefully, you can see the water spawning up. So it's close to a water spawner. No, it's a great idea. That's a lot of water pumps though for a town. Of 17,000. They probably have the budget turned down on that. I do like pathways. They need crosswalks though. But that's just an opinion of mine. So has enough time passed now where I can actually say that that's fixed or not? Now there is always going to be a strong lane here, there, or somewhere. It looks like they're using at least 2 lanes now. So this has been a tiny fix in this tiny little town. Ciao for now. Have fun.